Hey y'all, welcome back to Mrs. Lynn's Cooking. Today we're going to make stuffed bell peppers. What we're going to need is ground chuck is what I use. Rice that's already been cooked. I'm going to use a little bit of Knorr's beef base. Corn, tomato sauce. I've got Monterey Jack cheese. A half of an onion. We're going to use oregano, garlic paste, Everglades seasoning, and bell peppers. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our bell peppers that we have washed and we've cut out the membrane and everything out of it. We save the tops because we're going to use that. We're going to set them upside down in a baking dish and put it in a 375-degree oven for about 5 minutes. Okay, the first thing we've done is we've roasted our bell pepper. I said 5 minutes, but actually 10 minutes to roast them. And then you're just going to let them cool until you get the rest of the mixture done. Okay, we've got our ground beef in here. And what we're going to do is we're going to cut it up, break it up a little bit so we can get small chunks. And then once you do this, we're going to start adding in our vegetables. First, I'm going to add, it's about 2 tablespoons of garlic paste. So I'm going to use up what I've got left of this. Then we're going to throw in a half of a cut up onion. Okay, we've already had in our ground beef, garlic, and onions. And now I'm going to take the chops of the bell peppers that I had, and I'm going to use that in there as well. So I'm going to put it all in there. Then we're going to take a tablespoon. I use Everglades seasoning, so you don't have to use Everglades, whatever seasonings you like, but we like the Everglades, so I'm going to use that. Okay, and now we're going to add in our Knorr's beef base, which is 1 heaping tablespoon. We're going to add that in, and then we're going to add in 1 heaping tablespoon of oregano, and we're going to cook it all together. You do not have to cook the onions in advance because you're going to have enough of the fat in your ground beef. So the onions and everything is going to cook down. And we're just going to stir it together until it's cooked through and through. Okay, our hamburger meat is cooked up really nicely. At this point, we're going to take and add in, I've got about a half a cup of corn to it. Mix that in. Then we're going to take a half of the can of tomato sauce. Mix it all up. Then after we get this mixed in, we're going to add in our rice, so it can cook up a little bit as well. It's going to be nice and flavorful. So that's what we want. Flavor. Okay, now I'm going to add in my rice, which is a cup of cooked rice. Get this warmed up a little bit. And then we're going to add in, after this, half of our cheese into the mixture so it's nice and melty when you go to put it inside your bell pepper cups. And this is turning out really nice. Okay, now we're going to use half of my cheese, and I'm using Monterey Jack cheese. You can use Pepper Jack, but I'm using Monterey. And we're just doing a little bit of it because we just want it to melt down a little bit. And this is done, and next thing we do is we go to our peppers. Okay, now we've got our ground beef mixture done, all bell peppers, and we have what cheese we have left over. And the only thing we're going to do now is we're just going to stuff our bell peppers with the mixture. Yes, you will have some left over. I'm doing it just a small portion today. So fill up both bell peppers. And then we're going to take it after we do that, and put our little bit of cheese. And yeah, I made a little bit of a mess, but that's okay. Then we're going to take our cheese and we're going to put it over the top so it can melt. And we're going to cook it at 375. Okay, our stuffed bell peppers have come out of the oven. They cook for 15 minutes. If you like my recipe, please like and subscribe.